"I didn't want this," woman in Governor Eric Greitens' affair says in new TV interview. Jefferson City, Mo. The woman with whom Governor Eric Greitens had an affair stood by her description of their encounters and apologized to the governor's wife in a new interview with a St. Louis television station. The interview with KSDK-TV did not name the woman or show her face. During the airing on the 10 p.m. news, the woman expressed regret that she was part of a story that has exploded and dominated Missouri's political atmosphere since January. "I didn't want this," the woman told KSDK. "I wasn't out to get anyone. I really was just trying to live my life." Greitens' relationship with his hairdresser in 2015 became common knowledge the evening of January 10 when a different St. Louis broadcast outlet, Gov TV, reported Greitens admitted to cheating on his wife but denied blackmailing his hairstylist with a compromising photograph. The woman's recollections about her initial encounter with Greitens were provided to the news media after her ex-husband secretly recorded her without permission and gave the tape to his attorney. The attorney has told the news leader that the man relied on recordings like this to revisit conversations with his ex-wife if he got too emotional. Subsequent investigation led to a February 22 indictment by a St. Louis grand jury on a felony charge of invasion of privacy. The woman never filed a police report and didn't want to talk about what happened to her, but she cooperated with prosecutors after charges were filed. The second that he denied the things that were the most hurtful for me to now have to relive, she told KSDK. "I just realized, now I have this decision. The only ethical thing I felt that I could do was to tell the truth." She told the TV station she had not been paid for her story in any way, shape or form and had not been coerced to come forward by any political operatives. The case was prosecuted, with multiple missteps, by Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner's office. After Greitens' defense team convinced a judge that Gardner should have to testify, the circuit attorney dropped the charge. Gardner's office announced earlier Monday that Jean Peters Bakar, the Jackson County prosecutor, had agreed to take the case as a special prosecutor. The woman's public comments had been scant since the affair broke. On January 12, she issued a statement through a St. Charles law firm in which she requested privacy and said she was extremely distraught that the information has been made public. Greitens faces a separate felony charge on suspicion of overseeing the transfer of donor data from the charity he founded to his gubernatorial campaign. He has denied criminal wrongdoing and has characterized efforts to investigate him as a political witch hunt. A Missouri House committee comprising 5 Republicans and 2 Democrats reported details April 11 that went beyond the woman's publicized comments about the affair after speaking to her in a closed-door meeting. "Yes, I do stand by them," the woman told KSDK of her testimony to lawmakers. "They were hard to talk about, really hard to talk about, some of the things, but I absolutely stand by it." The woman described to the committee how she performed oral sex on Greitens while she cried on his basement floor. Asked by KSDK whether she felt coerced by the governor, she said, "Ultimately, yes. I mean, looking back, it's so hard. I see myself as so vulnerable." She was also asked to respond to the allegation that she must have wanted it because she went back to be with Greitens after their initial encounter in March 2015. "I just wanted to feel better," she told KSDK. "I felt so awful about myself. I wanted to forget whatever happened." The same committee is now set to begin preliminary proceedings that could lead to Greitens' impeachment. For the first time in state history, Missouri lawmakers have called themselves into a special session, which could last until mid-June, for the purpose of considering discipline for the Republican governor. One tactic the governor's legal defense team used was to imply that the woman had dreamed up the encounter based on a comment she made during a deposition. "I definitely did not dream this up. Period," she told KSDK. She later added, "I have no ill intentions, other than not being made to be a liar. I'm not lying. This was hard. It was hard at that time, and it's hard to talk about now. I'm not lying." She was also asked what she would say to Sheena Greitens, Eric's wife. "I would absolutely apologize," the woman told KSDK. I shouldn't have been involved with him. I shouldn't have gone into her home. I know that." A spokesman for Greitens did not comment on KSDK's story before the 10 p.m. news. A statement provided by his lobbyist attributed to spokesperson for Governor Eric Greitens echoed the governor's previous statements that he was trying to move forward. This case was dismissed because there was no evidence to support the allegations, the statement said. Everyone involved has said they desire to move on. More, invasion of privacy case against Gov. Greitens dropped by prosecutor, could be refiled. More, Missouri to hold special session on Gov. Greitens impeachment.